Yep. Oh, no, never mind. That's not even, yes, it says live.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, All right, 4:15. Let's go ahead and get the drainage committee meeting started. Record reflect that all members are present. Item number 1. Request approval to accept the low bid from my area drainage improvements, Sage Construction, $1,141,518.75, and authorize the president to and secretary treasurer to sign all necessary project documentation pending on all funding agents have been concurrent and funding is available. And if you want to take a look.
Brian, did you look at
here's
the
a
plans or no?
sheet.
Oh, we previously
Yes.
reviewed them.
We got
That
rid of
was
the
approved
rule.
before.
We
Got the money for it?
For 1.5.
I think Melissa told me we have $50,000 to spare on this project,
On that project?
on this project.
Don't
To
spend it.
spare.
Don't spend it, don't spend it,
Don't hold it.
Appropriated for 1.5 million.
Right.
Yeah, you're good.
Did
You
you
got
just-
50,000
So plus.
extra. Plus.
They
Extra.
They like.
You
should never said that. You're in the plus sign.
You're the plus side.
We did go through the plans.
Mr.
Okay.
Brew, I'm
You
not
got
your
saying
money.
you don't have the
You got
money.
your money,
I'm
man.
saying you got just
I wanna
enough.
get that project done. It's
You
too
good.
damn
You're
long.
good, man. You're good.
I retract my
Good.
comment.
You're good. All
Brian,
right, you good with it?
Yeah,
All right.
we looked at the
All right.
project.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Bro,
Second.
second by Mr. Patterson, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
everything.
Congratulations, Mr. Bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank all y'all.
All right, item number 2, request approval to sweep Clarksville outfall canal. So we have a bid, project that the former did some of the project and, Mr. Blanchard is gonna proceed with the remaining of the project. And it's a total cost of $9,800. And that's gonna be coming out of your drainage allocation, correct, sir?
Right.
So move.
You already have a project.
No, we have a drainage project.
Okay.
We got a motion by Mr. Carter,
Second.
second by Mr. Patterson, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn
So move.
by Mr. Carter, second by Mr. Brew, all in favor? Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.
All right, it's 4:18. We'll get the personnel committee meeting started. Let the record reflect all members are present. And 1, request approval for 1 additional week of FMLA leave for for 2026.
Okay, this is a custodian that we've been having out for quite some time. This is her final week for 2026, and then she's met the limit of the 12 weeks. So at that point, she will no longer have job protection.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Carter,
Second.
second by Mr. Palmville. All in favor?
Aye.
Nay. Motion passed. Item 2, discuss public works employee recommendations from Parish manager.
Yes, sir. I'd like to
Motion to
move.
go into executive session.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Blanchard, seconded by Mr. Carter. All in favor? Nays? Motion passed.
Motion to go back regular session.
Motion to go back to regular session by Mr. Duncan. Second by Mr. Blanchard. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passed. Okay, item 2, due to the recent events in the Road and Bridge Department, we're gonna go with the parish manager's, plan to restructure his division. We have a motion?
So move.
Motion by Mr. Blanchard,
Second.
second by Mr. Nakane. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passed. Motion to adjourn?
So move.
Motion by Mr. Palmville, second by Mr. Blanchard. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Meeting adjourned.
Hey, Danny. Can you deviate for that item?
Close. No,
Regular meeting,
I did at a meeting.
regular
Oh,
meeting.
you do that in a meeting?
And then-
I don't know.
Well, maybe it's for conversation purposes. I don't remember we talked about mosquito abatement for Justin, interview, question and hire.
No, we didn't.
We didn't do that. Okay. What did we? That's all. I don't remember we told you to interview, but not hire.
You wanna do it now?
We got a session.
We out of session.
We'll go back.
Motion to regular session.
Motion to regular session.
Motion to
Motion to
reenter.
reopen by Mr. Nakane, second by Mr. Palmville. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays?
All right, so we got a principal for mosquito abatement supervisor to hire contracted ULV spray truck drivers as needed.
Motion deviate.
Motion to deviate.
Motion to deviate by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Alcorn.
No, I'm not on.
Second.
Second by Mr. Carter. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion to deviate.
All right, so you're interviewing?
I'm interviewing Friday and Monday. I got a couple people coming in and, if I have to wait for 2 more weeks,
We're gonna stay on the same rate as the prior contract drivers were?
that's what I advertised.
Good. So good?
When's the plan to start spraying with them?
After they train.
You doing all the training?
I plan to, yeah, I have one driver that's still with us, so he'll be able to show him some routes and I'm gonna get on the computer and show him, and if I gotta go with him during the day, I'll go with him and show him the route. As soon as we can get him hired and, yeah.
And how many do you need to fill all the routes?
Are you gonna have the fourth on standby maybe?
What, the current employee that is still with us is the 4th, and then backup drivers, I didn't really wanna get a contractor to do backup, because they may not spray. They might spray once a month, they might spray once a week, it's just when somebody can't come in. So I was gonna, they had some road and bridge employees that were interested in backing up, so I was gonna just get them to be backups.
Motion allow the supervisor to hire contract drivers.
Motion to, by Mr. Nakane,
Second.
second by Mr. Blanchard. All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment.
So public comment? On once, twice? No public comment?
Before we adjourn, Brian, I'd like to ask you your opinion on having road and bridge employees driving these mosquito trucks. Again, I mean, you heard what Justin's asking. I mean, it impacts your workflow.
Absolutely, but the
productivity of these
agreement was
guys.
to hire contract drivers, right?
And that's why I'm asking you, are you okay with having your employees as the backup drivers or as one primary driver?
I think if we need to supplement in to assist him until he gets his force taken care of, we can. But appropriately, we need to go to contract drivers.
So if I can come and do my 8 or 10 hours of work and make some extra money in the afternoon to put more food on my table, you're gonna recommend that I don't have an opportunity?
That's up to you guys.
He
I'm
asked
telling
the
you what was
question.
agreed
I'm
before.
asking the question because the problem that was presented to me was that these employees were making their 40 hours driving the mosquito trucks and not coming in the rest of the week once they made their 40. So they're not looking for extra food to put on their table. Now, these are different drivers,
Right.
and I'm saying, before we go down this path again, we've already discussed using contract drivers. I just want to make sure that Justin's requests and Brian's intentions all line up. You know, he's saying he wants to use road and bridge drivers, but that affects the parish manager and his workflow also. He should be involved in this conversation.
Well,
Just to
it
get
al-
started,
it
I
al-
have no
It
problem
also,
with it, but
it
not
all,
long
well,
term.
at the end of the day, If I can't perform my job on your clock, then that's a performance issue. Then you have to have a conversation with me
Right,
as a manager
right.
and manage. So let them paddle their own canoe. Go ahead.
Well, I'm a spray truck driver.
But at that
Justin, we
time,
can't hear you. Talk loud.
yeah, talk loud.
That Brian was a spray truck driver.
And at that time, I was making less than what your rate is for a contract job.
I know, but I'm saying it didn't affect yours.
It didn't affect
So
your
why would it
work.
affect
That's what he
theirs?
said.
Everybody's built different, but
That's all I'm saying.
everybody's built different.
If I can't perform my job duties on your watch,
If this
that's a
year,
performance issue.
So let's do this.
if this year them missing time because they're making it 40 hours
Yes.
It's
doing the spray truck, then you bring them to your office, you write them up
That's
for
right.
missing time. And after they get so many write-ups, you give them some days off. And then,
That's
and you-
right.
once you write them up like that, don't allow them to drive the
Manage.
spray truck anymore.
No, look,
Man.
if their daily performance is affected, you'll know about it.
Manage.
Yeah, because you can't write somebody up for using time that they've
No.
earned.
It's the
They've
one.
earned the
main
time.
driver.
Now, it does state in our manual, if it affects the daily operations,
Absolutely.
it is
That's right.
different.
That's right.
If consistent absences affects the daily operations of the organization, it has the right to be
You have to
addressed.
document that in
You
your.
gotta document, that's what.
That's correct.
Document,
Yeah.
manage,
Good.
that's right, that's
Alright.
all I'm saying. I'm good.
You understand?
What's that?
No,
You understand the motion? What,
I understand that we only have one driver that still works for Public Works.
Okay, and you
If
can
you
use
only
them,
hire
okay.
4 contractors, it's not a big issue. I was just gonna let him stay on because he didn't do anything.
As a backup.
He was gonna be a primary driver.
Primary
driver.
But y'all wanna
Primary
get 4
driver.
contractors and just have Public Works back up, which I think is necessary, because nobody's gonna wanna be a contractor and work once a month.
Yeah.
Alright.
We can do that too. We can hire
Okay.
4 contractors and tell this guy he could just be a backup. That's
I
it.
prefer to go that route.
I mean, the man been taking care of us when we need him, so if he
Yeah.
still want to spray, let him spray.
Just knock him
If
out.
if it affects his job, bring him in and write him up. Then we can
That's what I
deal with it
say.
then.
Yeah, that's what I say. If it affects his job, then he gotta take measures.
But if they don't,
If you don't, let him work, let him work,
let's evaluate it through this season and see
Yeah, let's do
what
that.
it presents.
let him work.
Motion to adjourn?
motion by Mr. Carter,
Second.
second by Mr. Blanchard. All in favor?
Alright.
Nays, meeting adjourned.
Oh, let's go on and get started. Road and Bridge Committee meeting. Let the record reflect that all members are present. First item, update on 2025 road overlay program. Sawa?
Yes. Contractor, it finished, overlaying in Ward 9. He finished the base patching in Ward 8 and moved into patching in Ward 7. They're actually on Creole Street current, as of right now. The proposal is we're watching the weather, right now for next week to come in and finish capping and overlaying those streets where we've done the base work in Ward 8. Once that's done, they'll move into Ward 9. Simultaneously, again, with the weather, for Ward 9 to come in, we do have some shoulder material and dress material, but it kind of got pushed back a little bit, just so you're aware, because of the rains. It's wet. We want to get some good material for the shoulder material and all, bring in those areas. But once it's dry, once we know we got a good stretch of dry weather to do that, they're gonna come in and do the dress work in Ward 9. And then they'll follow suit to Ward 8 once that paving is finished.
We still got land street to do?
Yes.
Thank you for that update. Item number 2, request approval of application, quantity and placements of speed bumps for Phillips Street in Ward 8. Got something on that, Justin?
We have 4 streets today.
Justin, I wanna see that.
Everybody, y'all have paperwork I put in front of y'all. It has a percentage of qualified signatures for each bump and, then the map showing that I think each one of these streets is likely to have 2 bumps placed. And they do qualify based on our application process.
Any further questions about Phillips Street and Ward 8? If not, I entertain a motion to approve.
This motion to approve, but Justin, just let them know that it's gonna take some time because the lack of, we ain't got that many employees.
Understood.
Workforce.
Hopefully around, Brian, I think this worked well last year. Around the fall time, we was able to knock out a lot of streets when the weather got cooler. And they hit a lot.
I can say they 8 or 9.
These will be the only ones we have on the books, and I mean, I got all the material, but.
Okay.
Well, I think we can
We
see
have
what
some
materials we
material.
have left
Yeah,
before
we
we
have
make
some
orders.
material, but probably not.
Utilize that.
Yeah. Yeah, don't put too much on, you know, you got summertime coming, you got
Right.
hurricane season coming. So especially when the weather's starting to get cool, I think you can knock them all out.
They work good.
Yeah, that worked real well. All right, I got a motion by Mr. Pineville, can I entertain a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Pro, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, ayes have it, motion carried. Item number 3, request approval of application of quantity and speed bump placements for Leone Street between Highway 70 and Lee Drive only, Ward 8. Got a motion by Mr. Pineville,
Second.
second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, ayes have it, motion carried. Item number 4, request approval of application quantity and replacement speed bumps for Cypress Street in Ward 9.
Yeah, I want one speed bump to center of that street.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to start out. I did one on Lakeview and I remember looking at it, y'all got one 30 feet from the end of the street. It don't make sense. But I want one on each street. I don't want all these speed bumps.
You only had what?
Yeah, 2 on.
You
each.
only had 2, Myron.
I just want one
You
of this,
want one?
one in the middle of the street, center.
Your residents ain't gonna have no problem with it.
That's what I want.
Everybody.
Don't come back asking for another one.
They filled out the application, do you want
I
one?
didn't ask them specifically. I typically put them every 300 feet
Every 300 feet.
because
Dude,
we can put them up to
That
250.
street's not
so-
that long. They can't get 100 miles an hour on that street.
There's 84% of the signatures signed to get the speed bumps down that street. And I know Justin usually works with them about not putting them in the middle of driveways and.
Yeah,
Try to put them on the property lines or.
Telephone post or something. Well,
I'm trying looking at you.
I don't want these
That's your
streets. I
fault.
want the center of the road.
You got 84%
I
people that
don't
want
need
it.
Two, and then it is.
I don't need all these speed bumps, man.
Just have the, Mr. Claymont work with the
With
residents.
the resident?
For proper placement of the speed bumps. And if we can accommodate, Mr. Mathern's request, we will do so.
Thank you, Michael.
You got it, bud.
Put that on the record. Motion to approve it.
I don't want to come speed bumps, man.
Can I entertain a motion?
Yes, so moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Nakane,
Second.
second by Mr. Pro, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried. Item number 5, request approval of application quantity and placements for speed bumps on Claiborne Street, Ward.
Same thing.
Can I entertain a motion to approve? Based off Mr. Justin working with the residents.
Yeah.
So moved. Got a motion by Mr. Pineville, got a second by Mr. Pro.
Yo, down Lakeview, they must have 50 speed bumps on that little street. Don't make sense.
All in favor? All opposed? Ayes have it, motion carried. Can I entertain a motion to adjourn? Got a motion by
When
Mr.
they roll
Pro,
blacktop and then they want
second by
speed
Mr.
bumps out.
Nakane, all in favor? Meeting adjourned.
All right, we call the finance committee meeting to order, record reflecting all members are present. First item, request approval to pay list of bills submitted March through March 5th, 2026.
So,
Moved by Mr. Alphonse.
Second.
Second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor? Opposed, that carries. Request approval to pay Delta Salt and Water Compensation their 2026 financial request in amount of $4,000.
What is this for?
This is an annual line item that we have in the drainage budget where we've been paying them for, I guess, to supplement their activities.
What they do for us?
yeah, what activity?
I can't tell you that. I don't know.
So what if we don't pay them?
I don't have that answer either.
We've been having a contract with them.
We've been doing this since I've been here.
You table this.
Let's table this
Table.
and get some more information on it.
You want to have somebody come to the meeting?
Sure.
Meeting or get us some
We
information.
need to know what we're giving away $4,000 for.
Yeah, what we just made problem. All right, no item, no action.
I think he did. Y'all have a invitation here that he dropped off.
I ain't gonna.
about a meeting they having on March 24th in Bankerville. Now, that came from Soil Conservation.
All right. Next item, discuss rental rates at the community center for the Napoleonville Volunteer Fire Department. And I got some calls, Micah got some calls, and they had a rental mark on calendar, not executed contract, and they felt like the increase should apply to them. So I'll put it to the jury, and I don't know what Maria's does when somebody calls, like the fire department calls and mark it and no execute his contract till the week of, they come in and do it. Does somebody come in that wants to rent the place, does she give the person that marked the calendar a courtesy call to say, hey, you need to come pay your deposit, or just say, you're gonna rent it to somebody else, which I don't think we do.
Typically, the procedure is she will get a request, somebody will call and ask if a date's available. And if they say, yeah, we want that date, she'll put a temporary hold on her calendar for 30 days. She communicated with them in January. She advised them, as always, that you have to come in and execute a contract and pay your deposit. They never came in and did either until the week before, which was March. And then that was after our meeting on February 19th. So any bookings after February 20th, we were told full price.
So she did her job.
She did her job.
You know, I made the recommendation, and my intent on the recommendation, I don't know if it was misunderstood or what. Anything that was already booked,
It wasn't already booked.
okay, but I want my intent,
Reserve.
anything that's already reserved would get the price that it was told when they reserved it. Any new bookings would pay the full price.
But what do you know how many people call and pencil in a date before they book their band and everything else? Nothing is truly reserved till the contract is signed.
However y'all want to do it.
So however y'all want to do it, but we could have other people that come and say, well, I called 6 months ago and reserved my date, or 3
But
months
that's
ago.
that's what you intended, right?
That was my intent.
Yeah.
So,
And Maria not here to tell us what the calendar looked like.
Don't know.
No, I
that
mean,
there's all new bookings.
I spoke to her. She-
I'll make a motion, we give them the old rate.
Motion by Mr. Diaz,
I second that motion.
second by Mr. Carter, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. First approval for OSEP Director and Assistant to attend LEPA Convention, May 4th to 7th, 2026 in Lake Charles, estimated cost $2,200.
That would be funded through the OEP Special Industry Fund. That's a tax that we levy on hazardous materials in this parish, and I have the ordinance right in front of me, and it states that it can be used for coordination, planning, and education, and preparedness. So it's a fund it's money that can be utilized for me to go to this training course at the LEPA convention, so when we come out of the general fund.
Right,
So move.
hold up.
What you
Oh,
got?
No, I like
it's
to go.
okay. You was gonna go anyway.
like-
I used to go.
You had to.
I used
you
to
had
go.
spell it out
The
like
last
that.
2 years I didn't go, but it was very networking. so,
You wanna go?
Go. You wanna go?
you know?
You wanna go?
Yeah, I want.
We just have to increase the budget by about 1,200 if Mr. Larkin wants
You
to.
got the fund, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so move.
Second.
Motion by
Second
Mr.
authorize the
Carter,
president to go with.
You all gone?
Second by,
You won't go.
second by Mr. Alcon, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. I mean, look, it's pretty educated.
Who made the
Yes,
motion?
sir.
Me.
There's some,
Right.
there's some seminars on iPods, there's some seminars this year on,
Yeah.
emergency management in rural parishes, a lot, I looked at the itinerary,
It's
there's a lot of.
it's a lot,
different
you know, our conference is pretty intense, but it just, yours is, it's a lot of,
Training.
it's pretty interesting. All right, request approval for the president to sign the CEA between Parish of Assumption and Thibodeau Regional Health Systems Incorporated. I met with Mr. Greg Stott a couple of times in last month, and you want to get a new CEA together for this new facility that's being planned for Plottville. Try to hold them down to a date. They won't commit to a date for me, but the ball is rolling. I know Leroy met with him prior, and the ball is moving. I think, Mike, you looked over to see
I did, yes, sir.
everything's good.
Yes, no problem.
That's our Paul, Mr. President.
Yeah.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Carter,
Second.
second by Mr. Alcon, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Request approval for the president to sign renewal CEA between the police jury and the Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs, fiscal year 1/1/26 to 12/31/26.
So moved.
Moving Mr. Carter, second by Mr. Alcon, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Request approval for the president to sign a new national opioid settlement opt-in agreement.
This is a new company that has, they have, I'm not sure how the legal process works on it, but we need to opt in for this additional company to participate in the settlement agreements.
All right.
And also hopefully next meeting, we can have some discussion
Yes.
on ways that we can spend this
Yeah.
opioid money.
I've been
Mike
doing a
was
lot of
in the
research. I
meeting,
was in
so
the-
he got a
I
lot of
did some the
information to share.
paperwork.
Oh,
He
you
gave it to
shared?
me, I just didn't have a chance to review it yet, but for next meeting.
For next meeting,
we
so
can-
let's talk about it.
Mhm.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Alcon,
Second.
second by Mr. Carter, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Request approval of president to sign MOA with the Louisiana Department of Health for a closed pod site at the Assumption Parish Detention Center.
President, we're gonna table that. I need to check in and get some more information on that.
Request approval for president to sign proposed supplement agreement between the Department of Transportation and Development and Assumption Parish Police Bureau for an increase in funding for the Council on Aging.
They are giving them additional money, so I recommend approval.
So
Motion by Mr. Alcoin, second by Mr. Carter, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next item, discuss the option of the sheriff opening up the parish facility to house female inmates. You know, Ms. Torres been doing some homework.
Okay, if you look in your packet, I have, and did reach out to the sheriff, although he was unable to attend tonight. Mr. Diaz did meet
I
with
did
him
meet
as
with him
well.
also. If you had any extensive questions, we can call him.
Right, I know you've seen some of the email communication, and aside from us being responsible for the building expenses, we would be responsible for the inmate meals. Based on, 10 inmates, which they currently have right now at $7 per day, that equates to, $26,000 a year. The estimate repairs for some control room issues that have to be done are estimated at $57,000. And the sheriff said to me and to Mr. Diaz that he would not be charging us for any type of labor to run the facility, because having to transport the prisoners 3 to 4 hours away, it's tying up his personnel even more so. So this would be more beneficial for him.
Yeah, the
keep
closest
it
one
here.
besides LaFouche is like 3 hours away.
Right.
So you're gonna get travel back and forth from the court.
Right, so, and if you look on the second page in the package, you see, I just kind of did a brief summary of what we paid each facility for 2024 and 2025. And you'll see what the coverage is, what the total has been. So if these costs can stay in checked as agreed upon with the sheriff, then it would be a cost savings. Tremendous.
So what, I don't see, I guess, what's the projected 2026?
I have no
expenses going
projected,
up.
I mean, we haven't, I mean, this will tell you, we won't have to pay these costs to these facilities at all, aside from the 27,000, the
Right now,
26,000 for
Right now,
meals.
we maxed out LaFouche with 10, and I think he's got 3 here.
Right, so the 57,000, I wouldn't consider, I mean, that's a maintenance repair. So I know we're gonna have some in the maintenance budget, but the only recurring cost that we have is the bills.
The meals, and the sheriff and I did speak, and he said, as far as our count on the, medical health contract, he feels we have enough with his count and the female count, we still within our threshold.
Utilities, water should go up a little bit.
We paying for that already, that's gonna have a
Yeah,
little
it should go a little
uptick.
bit. Energy shouldn't, because they've been keeping it.
If we start having female, can we pull some in from other
Well-
parties, a little bit money?
One thing at a time,
No.
one thing at a
Start.
time. He is only gonna be utilizing one dorm
For our.
for our purposes, so let's just see how this works.
I
If
think
we can-
overall
if
it's
we
gonna be a
can-
cost savings.
If we can
Absolutely.
save, we'll take that right now and see where we go.
He wouldn't have brought it to us if it wouldn't have saved it.
No doubt, no doubt.
I really thought he would charge us for his personnel having to work,
No,
but he
he
says no.
definitely said that he was not gonna charge us.
Right.
I'll make a motion
I second that
So,
motion.
so with that, Brian, I'm assuming that that cost estimate for those those control room issues, we're gonna have to get that some precedent to move. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quick.
Motion made and seconded that the police jury is supported.
I'm not on there.
He not on there.
Second by Mr. Alcorn, motion made by Mr. Diaz, second by Mr. Alcorn.
Also approve Brian, we would need to approve him
To move forward with,
move forward with.
following appropriate bid
replacing,
law for whatever you have on that proposal.
Right.
Yeah.
You need a motion, you need a
Yeah.
motion on that too, right?
Move.
Motion made. All in favor? Opposed?
Who would make Mike and
Mike and Chris.
I can move that down, so you.
I got it.
Any other business on the finance? Motion adjourned. So move. Moved by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Alcorn, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Ponville?
All right. Solid Waste Committee meeting, let's go ahead and let the record reflect that all members are present. Item number 1, discuss the bulky waste contract renewal. So we did have some discussion on this and get the rest of the jury's opinions on this. To go to having a truck running in our parish 5 days a week. That's gonna remain in our parish, each day. So picking up on an X amount of grabs or yards per day, however y'all wanna, whatever y'all thinking. We just wanna have the accessibility of a truck at all times in our parish. And get your thoughts and your opinions.
I thought about it. That's something we used to have back in the day. One thing, I believe and know that our residents, have been educated on when the truck, what day the truck is coming, what day of the week it's coming. Now we would have to retrain them, having a truck. Yes, we do.
Ain't gonna train.
You're gonna have to, okay, we're gonna have to go in this area on this day and then come to this area on this day. So now we're gonna have to go through things and start it all over
Trucking
again.
tires all the time, Bill.
Well,
Okay,
I think we gotta look at the
I
cost.
understand what you're saying.
No doubt.
We just
You
look
know,
at some
you gotta, you're starting all over again.
Putting
We
this
have to
out.
look at the cost, plus, I mean, I ride around the parish. Some areas, I can tell you right now, don't need a truck every day of the week. There's not that many piles out there. But,
I have quite a few.
but you got quite a few on vacant lots
Yeah,
that
vacant
nobody's
lots.
staying.
Not just vacant lots.
Like I say,
Hey,
I have
so
no
you said
problem
with cost.
educated, but
What kind of cost?
Huh?
they pass money, the next day, man, that resident put that pile, I said, golly, man. It happens.
Did
It
they-
happens. Lord,
did
it
they-
happens.
State a potential
Not as
cost of-
much.
Did
That was
did
my
they
only thing.
Say a potential cost for a service like that?
No, so that's what we're going out. I just need to get the opinions from the jurors to make a recommendation and a proposal to Waste, Waste Depot to give us a cost analysis on what we're expecting.
Because right now we have 4
Never
days.
get
a month.
that talk.
We got 4 days a month.
4
You
days
go
a
to
month
20.
compared to
The
20
days
days.
a
It's gonna
month.
be
That's a lot.
substantial.
All right.
yes, and plus with the 4 days, nobody have to call in any piles, they ride the whole parish and
It
cover.
would be a little different now that, Mr. Boudreaux's here. It'd be a little different here, almost be going back to where we was. We'd almost have to have someone, a number where they could call and request an address, and then if we went this route, then the truck goes to that address, be a little different, starting all over again.
But it worked in the
Woodrow?
past.
Huh?
It worked in the past, if we had a driver.
If we had a
The issue-
driver that
the
would
issue
be
was the
here.
driver, right.
Good evening, everybody, gentlemen, Ms. Kim. So I did do some some quotes for you. I didn't know it was gonna be everybody. I thought it was just the committee, but I have about 5 of them to kind of show you.
Well, before you do that.
Okay.
The question is this. We're gonna get a proposal for him, or we're gonna get a proposal from a current residential driver, people to, give us a quote on that also?
Good.
We have to, because it's the only way we know if we have enough money to put the contract in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
I mean,
we have
we're
the
not gonna
prices, so I
decide
don't
on
know-
anything
I don't know if it's
tonight.
wise for you to give that.
Yeah,
So
I'll give it
we're
back.
just bringing it up, that way we could have a plan for you to be able to give us a price.
Right. I strongly suggest that we not go that route. I think that it will become chaotic. I mean, I've even spoke with the past, vendor that did it. And they said that it was a horrible situation.
It was horrible. It was right. Cause they didn't, I ain't cutting you off, but when the bulky truck, when a residential driver didn't show up, they went out bulky driver. They had no backup whatsoever. The Fortune 250 company, they streamlined, cut as much as they could, nothing extra. That was the problem.
Right.
Otherwise than that, when that truck did run, when they had two trucks running daily, man, it was fine. But as soon as a residential driver stopped, that was it. It was atrocious.
Right.
Atrocious.
And I mean, I definitely understand that. I mean, we do.
That's why they recommend y'all, because they want to get out of that business because they couldn't handle it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
What a yardage, maybe more yardage didn't pick up at one time?
yeah,
Go ahead.
logistically, it really, it doesn't work. As far as pricing, I mean, you're talking about going from, like you said, 4 days to 20 days. So if we're talking about trying to keep costs down, that's going to go up probably double. Yes. On top of that, logistically, it doesn't work because then you're basically saying that you're gonna have one truck. So if you're talking about one truck just riding around, who's gonna be responsible for where that truck goes? Are we still talking about routes? So now you're only gonna have one truck that's gonna have to, service the entire parish. And so, or you're gonna have all of you all calling, hey, I need you to go pick this.
That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
That pile.
That was chaotic last
And then, or
time.
if you have it to where, let's just say, the truck is supposed to be in Pierre Park on Monday. But Ryan calls and say, hey, I need you to come pick something up, and that's not supposed to be till Thursday, but then everybody else in that area sees that truck there on a Monday, so now they're just putting out. You're gonna get to a point where people are just gonna be putting out constantly, and before you know it, one truck that's supposed to be covering this whole parish, you're gonna need 4 or 5 to come in and try to get it back down and clean to where we have it now. That's why.
We keep it like it is today. Can you give a quote on, the yardage?
Yeah,
different quote.
we've talked to, some of the police users, we've already agreed to go up 2 yards on what we are already picking up and not going up on the price.
That sounds like a winner there.
Also,
What can we structure in for out of spec?
out of spec, a price on picking up out of spec.
So we are more than willing to pick it up. I mean, what I would suggest is if you have a pile, you bring it to the jury, if everybody agrees, we could come up with, I don't wanna just throw out prices right
Yeah,
now.
no, we don't want to do that
Yeah,
now.
but we're more than willing to pick it up. It's just been that, I guess, if the money wasn't there, whatever, but as long as we could get it compensated for it, we'll pick up on
If
it.
there's out of spec piles, just my recommendation, Mr. Chair, if there's out of spec piles, we put it on the agenda to get approved by the full jury, so they'll know.
And what
Then
we
we're gonna
can
have
do,
a flat fee on that.
right, and we could get, and if y'all can, you could get multiple piles at one time. We could come in and we can knock all of it out at once, so that it's all cleaned up at once. It's not, oh, okay, you got a pile on the agenda this time, and next time, we could just get it all together, see what needs to be done, and we could give you a price and get it all up,
So I knew that it was said that there are 4 days a week and it would go to 20, but it's really 8 days a month right now because it's 2 trucks running 4 days. So it's not 4 days.
Okay. Look at it like, you look at it like that.
If he
with 2
increased the
trucks.
yardage, about 4,
I think something that we may want to consider is just instead of every other week, 2 trucks, 2 days, what would it cost if we went to every week, Wednesday and Thursday? 2 days every week, not.
It's not gonna be increase, yeah.
I know it'll be an increase, but it would be basically 16 pickups instead of 8 pickups, but.
Yeah, so, but we're not doing it with 2 trucks. So it's actually like 4 trucks out, but, so if you're talking about every week, I mean, that's still basically once a week pickup for everybody.
But it's not a truck in the parish every day.
Right.
And that's what I'm just trying to find some.
Yeah, but it
medium
would
to
still,
where-
it would still be an increase, but I mean, we're open to it if that's what y'all wanna do, but I know y'all were trying to stay within a certain price range as far as.
Well, my intent of doing that is to allow that extra to be able to pick up these out of spec piles.
Yeah.
He's saying if we list out of spec pile, we'll approve him, he'll come in on a certain day and get all those out of spec
I
piles.
understand that. I just wanted to make sure everybody understands some
But
other
you don't wanna,
options.
you trying to add the out of spec piles into the regular service, schedule, that's what you're trying to do?
No,
Or you're saying every week on a Wednesday and a Thursday,
every week,
come in the parish?
set every other week.
No, I think that right now, if they would double their service, that would allow additional capacity for them to pick up more waste.
We was gonna tear up the streets too, twice as fast, because there was big trucks going down twice as much,
So-
gonna tear them up.
So,
His truck ain't as heavy as the garbage truck.
no, we ain't having.
Boom,
Yeah,
I
go.
can fill up those trucks.
So are we willing, if they're, just say we do agree to do that, then who's gonna absorb? We're gonna put it back on the taxpayers, because we sure can't afford to take the
We
hit.
gotta see what the contract
I'm
costs
just
come out
saying,
to and look at the
If
fund
there is
balance.
an
Yeah.
increase, it's going back to the taxpayers, because we already,
We can't supplement something.
exactly. Just
No,
think
without
about
a
it.
doubt.
We can't do it.
But I like it, he already said, you pick up 2 yards, you're going 4 yards.
I like that
That's gonna
too.
help.
I
That's
like
gonna
that
help,
too.
man.
I
We
like,
just need to let Mr. Boudreaux
No,
what he
what's your
needs to
price for?
Yeah.
price out for,
I think,
what
I,
services we are requesting.
I think we do the 6 yards instead of the 4 yards. And then have a list that we get our spec power, bring it
Price
before
on
the
our
jury, and we approve to get it picked up, provide that list to them, and they'll come in and come get it.
It would come out a lot cheaper than going to a every week thing, honestly. You know, like I said, we're trying to save money. That
I
would-
got it,
that
but I
would-
still like to see that number. I would like to see a number
Okay.
for,
I have-
just to see, you
I
know?
have the number for you.
No, that ain't no
no,
number.
not yet.
And also, on request from the jury, weight tickets.
Yeah.
On request from the jury, if we want to know how much waste is coming out of our parish, we could request weight tickets. We're paying for this. We should have the option to know on how much waste is coming out of our parish.
Yeah, so as far as that, like I said, we pretty much will agree to everything else. As far as the weight tickets, we're not going to agree to that. That's proprietary information. When we came into this parish, we didn't have that information.
We're paying for this service.
What good is that gonna do?
Right, y'all also were paying for it prior to us coming in here. We came in here blind. We didn't know what the tonnage was. We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. We give you that information. It is nothing for you to give it to our competitors, and that gives them an advantage on the next contract. So we can't give that.
That's the
information.
same thing what
First
Kim
thing-
does. Listen, that's the same thing. When
Laying
we
all
go
that
out for
cards on the table.
RFQ for insurance, they want the same information and Kim say, nope, sharpen your pencil. I agree with you. I agree with you,
The
Ryan.
first thing on
agree with you.
DOTD's presentation at conference, first thing was a slide with the litter that was picked up and the tonnage that was picked up along the highways.
But that's two different.
We have no
things.
clue of knowing
That's
that.
litter,
that's-
that's a
that's
litter
litter.
program.
Yeah.
I think when the sheriff ran a litter program, I bet he could provide that.
Right,
Yeah, that's litter's different from what they.
from residential.
Residential have no problem doing it. Residential provider has no problem doing it.
No, that's not.
I kinda agree
That is
with you
not
on
true.
that, just based off what we go through with insurance, when we wanna put it out for RFQ,
Well,
and those
all you have
insurance.
to do is sharpen your pencil the best. I mean, you're giving us the
Well,
best deal
we
that you
sharp-
possibly
yeah,
could give
that's
us.
it, we
You
sharpen
shouldn't have
I would
anything
do
to
that.
worry about then.
As far, yeah, like I said, as far as that goes, I mean, we sharpened our pencil and we took a chance when we came in. We didn't know what the tonnage, we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. So for us to give up that proprietary information would crush us when we're going against bigger competitors move forward. That does not, and there's no need for the jury to have, what are you doing with that information outside of giving that to other competitors who can then come in and beat our price? If they want to come in, they should have to go through the same thing that we went through, which was, we don't know what the tonnage is, give us your best price and we move
That's
forward.
right, I agree with you 100%. I
Okay,
agree with you
I disagree. If we're paying
100%.
the bill, we should have the option.
I'll put a motion on the floor.
Nah,
Provide us with, price for 6 yards being picked up.
That's included, we're including.
Okay, yeah, for free already, okay,
Yeah,
already,
that's-
okay.
We're going from
So,
4 to 6.
Provide us
From
with,
4 to
what you want,
6.
Jeff? A price to have a truck in,
with
Parish
no-
Daily.
Right,
Provide
with
them
no
with a
price
price to have a
increase.
truck in the parish daily,
In our respect.
and also a price for our spec
we
power.
can't give you our price on out of spec files, because you don't know what it is.
He's gonna have
No,
to.
he's gonna
Yeah,
say
you
he
don't
would give
have
us a
to.
price.
Okay,
So
okay.
let me tell you,
I'll give you a price per.
This is
load.
what I'm
per
including
load.
in out of spec files, just so everybody understand. You know, and I think it's maybe because of the every 2 weeks pickup, somebody don't wanna put it by their yard. We got a lot of illegal dumping going on in the cane fields and all. We need all of that stuff cleaned up.
Right.
So I don't know if you go look at it and say, all right, it's gonna cost this much to get this pile picked up. You know, I don't know how we price that. Just because we bring it to the jury to approve it, we still need to know how much it's gonna cost us to do it.
Okay,
So we need some kind of pricing structure.
They gonna pick it up in two
Oh, look,
parts.
it's this much per
40
load or
yards.
this much.
So how we price it is per load. So whatever is out, we'll pick up, we'll load it up, and you'll get ticketed per load,
30-yard truck.
30-yard trucks.
Go with the boom truck, load it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
And if you want those tickets, then you can have those tickets.
What's the biggest pile they can put out?
30 yards, Charles.
30 yards.
30 yard.
A pile to pick up.
It'd be 6 yards.
2/3 of a yard,
6 yards.
6 yards.
Oh, yes, I mean, 6 yards. per-
6
per house,
yards,
per-
it's
per
not
household.
2/3 of a yard.
No, you change it.
Well,
Six
It's
yards.
currently 4 yards.
Going
It'll
back
be going up to
to
6
a
yards.
You're going up to 6 yards.
right before.
That's two
Supreme
yards.
So we need a
Court
price on it.
decided why.
6 yards picked up, truck running daily, and auto spec piles as an option.
Right,
Not,
I got a few of those.
Now, is
not
this,
daily, once a week.
so are you asking for that just from us, or is this going out for RFQ?
No, it's not going out
We
for
are
RFQ.
choosing to negotiate.
We're choosing to negotiate.
So I do have those numbers available.
But we may give our opportunity, our residential caller, that opportunity also. The only thing we'll do with you or him is at them the contract. So we're not going out for RFQ.
Okay.
We're not.
And you're referring to the residential garbage can?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, because we have a contract with them now.
Which is why we don't want his proposal now, because we don't want that information to be shared with the other provider. If they're gonna bid it, they need a.
So what we do, so hold on, back up. We're not going out for RFQ. What we do with the existing contract?
Yeah, them. Yeah, them. If we decide to go with that 5 day, you just,
That's all you saying that them only based off of having a truck in the parish
Every day.
every day.
right,
All right.
that's
I
how you
mean,
do
you
it.
have to agree on whatever terms you're gonna.
Right, understood,
negotiate.
understood.
That's correct, Mike. We just had them, because we got current contract now.
Yeah, but the issue that we're gonna have is negotiating for an additional service from the residential contractor.
That's
I'm
different.
not sure that's the direction that really we're gonna wanna take, but, again, this is the first I'm hearing of it, so I thought you were just gonna.
Yeah,
give
that's
us-
what I'm
I
asking.
thought you were
Yeah.
just giving Mr.
That's-
Boudreau the opportunity to
Right.
negotiate his contract.
It's on, yeah, that's what I'm asking as well.
I think that's the route we need to go. Let's see what he got.
Well, we know we got, we get 2 more yards.
You get 2 more yards for the
2 more
same
yards,
price.
Same price,
Yeah.
so that's, we're getting that already.
And then we talking about auto spec pile.
Well, that's different. That'll be an amendment
He
bid.
give the price for
Completely
that.
different there.
Yeah,
That's
he give the
completely
price.
different. Out of spec
Yeah.
files, completely
Yeah,
different.
we saying like we always used to give a price on him on all the specs stuff.
So Mike, how would it work though with, if our residential contractor would give us a cost to pick up, illegal piles? That would be a different service as well.
Correct, and but we're adding new services. We could do an amendment, that's fine, but we're at a point now where we have to decide whether or not we're gonna continue to renew with that particular entity at at what they're giving us now, at that particular cost, which is an option, which I think Mr. Boudreau already has under his contract. I just don't want him to be bidding against himself and then against the residential contractor at the same time. If it's just those out of spec piles, I think that's something, 'cause that's gonna be added cost anyways.
Right.
That he's just gonna come bill us as per,
Yeah.
a case by case scenario. I don't think that would be an issue, but I think if the overall objective of the contract is gonna be put out to the residential contractor, that would be a problem.
I think we're asking for a truck every day in the parish now. I think that's gonna be a little different there as well on Mr. Boudreaux's part as far as prices.
Correct, and that's
So-
not what he has right now.
No,
That's what he
right,
just
right,
told you.
right.
He's basically gonna have to double his price
Right.
in order to fulfill that expectation.
I think about going by 6 yards, it may help. Let's try that, see what happens.
And then again, whenever prices increase, it's going back on the taxpayers because we can't supplement. Straight up.
Yeah. And I don't know if, and Mr. Boudreau would have to, I guess, agree to this, even if it's possible, if we went out for RFPs for the new service and we received them and said, well, that's out of our budget, we don't want to do that.
than our price.
That price going up.
For your current contract, but for
Yeah,
the other scope of services, not for the.
Yeah.
yeah, that's going up. That's going up.
Okay, I just.
Two birds in your hand
That
is better
did
than
happen.
two in the bushel.
That does happen.
Two birds in your hand, you know what you got.
Look, I know we know what we got right now, all right, with the service, with the price. And he's gonna increase, picking up 2 more yards as he pick up. I think we need to keep that contract. And then just have him do something separate on out of spec power.
What kind of time we got left as far as the renewal?
On him,
You just got 30 days. 30 days.
Well, we in contacts with him now, but I mean, if we were, seeking to get out of the contract, I don't recall he has had a clause. The waste, the other side, the other contract, the residential side did have a clause that we had to
No,
notify.
ours does not have.
Yours
a
does not,
clause.
and,
Yeah, but, I mean, we're trying to work with you all, which is why we're keeping the price the same. But I mean, if you choose to drag it along to the end, you know, I don't know if that price is gonna stay that price in June. I mean. things will
correct, and if
change.
we choose to go out for proposals, we need to do that now. That takes time. So that's why it's being entertained sooner.
I make a motion that we keep the same service we got with them for the same price and just let them come back and give us a price on out of spec power.
I second your motion.
I would still like to add in there, the weight tickets.
Mr. Chair, I'm only disagreeing based off conversations me and Ms. Torres have had many times with other insurance agents that came in and wanted to give a RFQ based off of numbers that the current insurance agent would have, which is unfair, and which is just like, I think Mr. Boudreaux said, proprietary information, vulnerable information. And again, I kind of agree with him. He came in here blind, just like Waste Pro came in here blind, didn't know nothing, didn't know what we had. And they put their best foot forward, they end up getting awarded the contract. I don't think that information of weight tickets or anything should be entered in, given out and being made public record. Period. That's just my opinion on it.
So we got a motion on the floor by Mr. Carter, second by
Second.
Mr. Alcorn.
I'd like to offer a counter motion that we go out for RFP for only the illegal dumping, you know, out of spec pile pickup. That's separate and apart from our current contract with Mr. Boudreaux.
All right, so we got a counter motion.
It's a new service that we haven't provided
Yeah.
before.
Right, I'm good with that. I don't have a problem with that if you want RFQ.
Counter motion to go out for RFP.
You can add that to my motion.
Yeah, you can add it to his motion.
That's
Add it to his
something
motion. You ain't got a
different.
counter
Okay.
motion. Yeah, you ain't got a counter motion. Add it to his motion.
All right, so we got a motion by Mr. Carter to renew
Renew.
contract and
Add.
to add an option for out of spec piles.
To go out for-
be picked
To
up.
go out for
To go out-
RFQ
to
for
go out
out-
for RFP.
Yeah,
current rates,
you got current rates.
current rates.
Current rates.
Can I ask, I talked to you before, a house on a piece of lot, he puts his garbage at the end of the lot. And we had trouble not being picked up for a while. I said, man, just move your garbage can by your pile, be sure that you pick it up. And he did that didn't help. But I call y'all went ahead and fix the problem. But I wish, a little bit more
Call him.
on that stuff. I did, he fixed
Call him. He
it.
gonna come get it. He
Yeah.
gonna come get it.
So I said, man, put your garbage can next to your pile, so
Yeah.
you pick garbage.
You pay garbage, you pay, that's right. That's
You know,
right.
but it-
Yeah, you got issues, just call.
Y'all do.
All right,
All right, you got it,
so
Jamie?
I got a motion.
You got a
on the
second,
floor and
Bobby?
a second by Mr. Alcorn.
Excuse, one second before you vote on it. The only addition to that motion, based upon the discussion with Mr. Boudreaux, would be 2 yards added to the existing pickup at no additional cost.
Right.
Plus, out of spec piles, he has the option, if the jury comes and approves for those piles to get picked up, he's gonna come give us a price for his 30-yard truck per load.
No,
No, that's all.
Out of spec piles are
They
gonna go
taking it
out
off,
for
they
RFP.
wanna, yeah, if they wanna
You're
go
gonna
out
go
for
out for
RFP for that, that's.
Out of
So he can
Fine.
submit,
So he'll
he can
submit-
submit.
he'll-
a-
Yeah, I can
So
set
that's
the
off,
option
but the 2 additional yards is added at no additional cost.
6 yard
So
total.
that's
in
part of the
total.
motion. We'll have to do an amendment on that, just so we're clear. Okay.
You good with that?
You good with that?
Good
Good with that?
All right, so thank you.
All right,
Thank you. Hold on, we gotta vote.
we made. a
Everybody's
motion.
good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I'm opposed to that. Motion carries.
Motion adjourned.
Motion adjourned by Mr. Nakane,
Second.
second by Mr. Carter. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.
All right, it is 5:26. We'll call the Engineering Grants Committee meeting to order. Let the record reflect all members are present. First item is update from GIS Engineering.
Good afternoon, Jerry. I believe everybody should have a, upbeat list, but, sticking to the agenda, Bell Rose Lane, still in the direction, Parish on that one.
Brian, have you had any, advances with coordination for those big culverts?
And the Lamar project, the final plans are in drafting right now. The permit drawings will be finished this week. The application has already been, the application side of it has already been completed. So as soon as those drawings are completed, we're going to attach those and get those to the agencies.
Okay, how we look on the right of way,
Sir?
right of way?
So I gave Brian the list today of He just the, provided it of for the ditches that are going to be required to be swept out to meet the hydraulics that we had performed, along with the profiles. A profile cut section, so he could coordinate that with the affected landowner. I just wanted to be able to present it to them
Okay,
in a
all right,
formal way, so they understand what they're getting into.
all right.
And we had a couple of projects on there that aren't on the agenda that are closed out, Plottenville, Himalaya. And then the other ones with some projects.
Okay.
So before we move on, I know we have those two on the agenda, but your report had more projects on there. Conscient Canal drainage projects. I believe we got the coastal permit authorized.
I don't know the actual status of that permit. I do know we got the comments back from OCD on 90%.
Right, so I guess I'll let you know, we received a notice this morning
Oh, okay.
that permit has been approved from the coastal office, but I assume there's still a Corps of Engineers
This
side to that.
Probably the Corps and the local.
Yeah, that's what it said.
All right, and I know we have an item further in the agenda for the Bayou St. Vincent drainage project. So anything from the project side that you want to report on that one?
Outstanding of the proposal that we submitted. Just waiting on the status on that.
And just as a note, maybe to bring back to Dan, I believe the parish manager, Mike, had contacted, there was one of the bridge crossings that we discussed there.
Yeah, so we Jackson submitted, emailed Brian a proposal this afternoon, on a D&M, not to exceed basis. And, that I saw it when I got here on the parking lot, so as soon as that's accepted or whatnot, we're gonna coordinate that and get him out there to do the formal inspection.
Yeah, so just to let everybody know, that's a parish bridge across the road right there that has some structural damage that's gonna be evaluated, but it looks like we're gonna have to close that bridge until this project gets through this. To rebuild it. What's that?
Bayou St. Vincent.
No, this is
Bayou
one of
St.
the bridges
Vincent.
that crosses Bayou St. Vincent. Highway 402.
you were talking about the
Right, this is a Mikey's.
No, this is out.
And I do believe that bridge is one of the 6 structures that will evaluate.
Yeah,
the project
it is.
as well.
Okay. Any other questions for him? Thank you for your update. Update from DDG.
Good evening, everyone. Joe Giller, DDG. We had our project kickoff for the next phase. We're starting in engineering today. We met with some of your team, getting started on survey, geotech, coordination with DOTD, coordination with Entergy. So we'll report more as we proceed, but we kicked off today and we'll get moving on.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
Mr. Chair, everything has been approved versus, putting a pump and a levee. We approved everything at the last meeting.
So
with their contract.
maybe, Jamie, you want to summarize the meeting? Well, what they're gonna do is prioritize stations to get a budget. So, because we only have limited funds, so that we can form the project around the budget that we
Design
have.
that one structure and then go off of that. That way we get a budget price.
So did we sign a contract for that?
Mhm.
We did it already. That's my question.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna start on the Gary Street one and do some evaluations on the others and bring that information back as soon as we have it.
It's gonna be an addendum to his existing contract.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, sir.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Next item, update from Infinity Engineering on Parish White Sewer Plant Improvement Projects.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Update.
Good evening. So the contractor is making good progress at the Grisapi site. The wastewater treatment plant has been set in place, and Gaines continues to install aeration piping, blowers, and other equipment. Bypass pumping operations began last week, and renovations of the lift station have begun. The new force main piping has been installed into the wet well with limestone bedding, is being routed above ground to the location of the containment pad with check and plug valves already installed. So far, there have been no delays to the project. The Grisapi site is scheduled to be completed by next Thursday, March 19th. Gaines, the wastewater treatment plant manufacturer, is scheduled to begin work at the Violet site Monday, 3 weeks ahead of schedule. Work at the Blackwell lift station is scheduled to begin Wednesday. And Infinity received pay app number 1 today, which has been reviewed and forwarded to the parish with a recommendation letter of payment in the amount of $209,213. And lastly, I'd just like to inquire about the status of finalizing our Amendment 3 contract documents. I believe we've submitted all requested backup documentation.
Yeah, he submitted the cost estimate and it's in reasonable cost.
So what happens next?
I think that the proposal was already signed. He needed to revise the estimate.
Oh, good.
So everything's good. Yeah, he revised it to what we needed and everything's good.
So he needs
Mhm.
copies of the executed documents.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll send it over to him.
All right, any other questions? How are we on the supplies for the remaining stations? I know, like, is everything ordered and all the components for this ready?
The only delays that I heard of were the valve, and so they're going site by site. If you look at the drawings, there's site 1, site 2, site 3, 4, 5, and then number 10, which is Blackwell. Grisafi is right by Blackwell, and instead of remobilizing after they go to site 5, which I think is Bell Rose, they're just going to do some work there before they leave. And the valves have been installed at Grisafi. There'll be more valves at Blackwell. The valves are installed, so unless they order them piecemeal, which I wouldn't expect them to do, those were the only long lead items that I was told about. But I'll ask the question tomorrow to see if there's any other delays. But like I said, Violet Street is going to start Monday, and that's 3 weeks ahead of schedule. So I don't anticipate any delays, but I'll be on top of that and keep y'all posted.
Thank you, sir.
Our deadline is.
Thank you.
November what? What's the deadline, November?
I'm not sure.
Need that 45 days from Melissa.
Mr. Brown, what's the current
I love it.
time of completion according to the contractor schedule?
I want to say July. I don't have it in front of me. It may be June, but I really want to say July. And I've made them totally aware that all the funds need to be spent by December 31st. And that's a lot of liquidated damages over the next 5 to 6 months. And They're not interested in any liquidated damages. They're really on top of this.
But really, you are correct about the December 31st deadline. But I think we need 45 days to start our closing out process. So yeah, we need not just December 31st, but we need 45 days prior to that. To have that.
No, they're not going to get anywhere close to that.
Okay, good enough, good enough. Thank you.
Absolutely not.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next item, update from Special Programs Director.
I received a proposal for a Davis Beacon for, GIS. And did a cost estimate, and they are within reasonable costs.
For what project?
Project, for Parish drainage improvements.
Oh, okay.
I also received from Cassie, transportation alternate programs. She did send out to some of the jurors, I think, that, LA 662 by Lewis was awarded, the sidewalks funding, LA 1003 and Dake Street weren't awarded. But if you want to meet with her or have, some more discussion about it, they are picking a few more. So if you have any questions or anything, you can contact her.
Continue to push both of them, or we're gonna look to put them back on for the 2027 cycle. Congratulations, Ira. That can be a good improvement to the area. We still got a couple of them that haven't been done yet. The money haven't came down. I think we talked about one today, which is Belrose Lane. So, and I think you got one on what? You got one in Bakerville, right? So we'd like to see some construction going on, even though they've got awarded, but congratulations for that. Really improved.
We also received, this something else. This is gonna be later on. I know that last meeting y'all talked about, litter enforcement cameras. I did email Ms. Jane Winehurst about the cameras. And the first suggestion that she made was getting a commitment to upfront funding from the parish. She would work with me in getting the agreement. She said that the sheriff office or another parish law enforcement agency or entity that includes law enforcement oversight may want to be included in this, in providing funding for this project. So that's the first thing we have to do. The deadline is.
The governor's office?
Yeah. So basically, it was looked at for, to get the sheriff involved, but the sheriff has a lot on his plate. So, but we do know that constables are in charge of litter, right, to enforce it. So that's when the idea came up, well, let the JPs and the constables monitor this and also enforce it at the same time.
Did I just mishear the lieutenant governor when he came here and said that they were gonna have grant programs to?
It is in the
Yeah.
grant form. It is.
But he's looking for us to find the sponsors for their grant?
No, actually, they want a upfront cost.
Reimbursable.
Yeah.
And you'll get reimbursed.
Okay.
So, I thought you would have, well, now you talk to her. Why don't you see if you could rally up the justices and also the constables, have a recap meeting? See if they want to buy into this program to make sure that they can enforce it, at least, from the camera standpoint. It would be up to the constables to monitor and then the JPs to have whatever they have, what type of enforcement or fines or whatever. But the sheriff already got too much on his plate.
Well, so right now, Wildlife and Fisheries is the one that writes the tickets for those gross littering, so maybe we can ask Wildlife and Fisheries to fund it and get reimbursed.
That's a good way too, but we still need to have a commitment for someone to enforce, to write the tickets and enforce the people who live it.
So Ron, previously, when we had the ability before they went out, I coordinated with Wildlife and Fisheries, and our cameras went directly to them and us, and they enforced the litter abatement. So Wildlife and Fisheries did decide of the ticketing, because it's in an environment. Basically, it's in. Wildlife and Fisheries would be the ones to be involved.
Cameras and then we just turn over.
Because they enforce litter abatement.
Constables can, but I don't think we have ever had litter court in Assumption Parish.
I pushed it years
We,
ago.
but
Well, we get the camera, you know.
get the camera.
The
let us
state
know.
fine is a lot higher than the parish fine for littering.
I live the wildlife fishery enforcement.
That's fine.
Ron, you have your old contacts that maybe you can share with Tawanya?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
fine.
And I'll contact them.
I have the
to
new
see.
one too, because we just did a case.
But I
And they
think it's
did say-
warranted for us that we all got bad spots. They
And they
need
did-
cameras.
and
We
she
all
did-
got 'em.
I'm sorry, and she did say that, they would make an agreement, with whomever would, ticket the persons that's doing the litter, or whomever control, whomever, littering, and they'll just make an agreement saying that they're responsible to take care of that part of the,
Well, and generally speaking, wildlife and fisheries,
Yes.
that's part of their program,
okay.
is litter. Because it's, the waste is going into natural resources. And it's affecting wildlife and different elements, so.
Okay, keep moving.
Any other items?
That's all I have.
Update on courthouse renovations project?
So when it comes to the sewer,
You moving fast?
Where you going?
yeah, you jump.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Update from South Central Planning and Development Commission?
They're not here. I kinda gave Cassie update and they didn't have anything else.
So I will be at a meeting tomorrow concerning 4303.
I did send y'all some communication about that contract that's coming up in a couple of months. Just, if y'all can give it some thought. I don't know if y'all wanna.
Send us some bullet points on what should be and what's not being done, to where it's putting a strain on our team. You know what I mean? If I'm saying it the right way?
Okay, we'll see. if we
Because I
can
don't
put
know.
something-
There's
We don't
some
know.
numbers.
No, it's,
Numbers on what it's costing us right now.
well, we know what it's costing us. We know what it's
Contract is
costing.
Compared to
$80,000.
what we get.
Well, I mean, the key, obviously, the key is finding the right person to do the
Yeah.
job. That's the key. So, you know, but since the contract increased on South Central Planning, that's a tremendous increase that they got, you know. We advertised previously for $40,000 for somebody. I think in between the neighborhood of 60 to 70, I think we can get maybe somebody more qualified that might be able to have the needs. I don't know. I think we need to test the
think so.
waters.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't want to tell South Central Planning, we terminate your contract, because if we don't find that person, then we have no choice but to continue.
And they stepped in whenever we didn't have somebody.
Yeah, right.
And I don't see that it doesn't hurt us to go out and advertise it, and if we find that right person and we
If
have
we
the
do.
option to
If we don't,
get out
we,
of the contract, then
we
we do.
still where we are. That's what I think. Yeah.
How cost that,
Oh, what?
it don't cost anything.
Right, to try.
No, no.
You know, so that's kind of where we are. And it's not that they're necessarily not doing things, but I think, we had more of a, we thought that they would
Do more.
do more and have more experience with these things. And it appears that that's not really the case, and they still relying on us heavily. And that's not really what we needed, you know?
So let's add an item on the personnel committee meeting at the next agenda to review the scope and.
Okay.
Update on the Ag Center roof project?
Yes, hopefully we'll start buttoning this project up. We did have a little snag the last week. We noticed that a water line going to one of the bathrooms was leaking. We contacted the contractor. After some discussion, he agreed this afternoon. He is sending somebody there tomorrow to repair that. Once that's repaired, also they began installing the lights and the HVAC. The hood system that wasn't wired previously is now wired. It's being tested. Once we go through those tests and everything's done, our plan is this. We were separating them originally and having the fire marshal come and do the hood test. But since the lighting and HVAC are so close, we figured it best to just have him come in and do that final inspection all in one shot. If everything is buttoned up before, within the next 2 weeks, we would come to you at the next meeting and request substantial completion, but at that point, we'd know if the hood was working. And we may be pending fire marshal approval, but we'd have to see. It depends on the fire marshal's schedule, but we're gonna be putting that in. We do have, two housekeeping items. The awarded contracts, the awarded, lighting as well as the HVAC contracts, we will need to get a purchase order for that contractor to get paid for that work, because both of those amounts were under the $15,000 threshold. And it's with a different contract, so it's not a change order or anything to the roof project. They're two separate issues. So we would be requesting, and I think that funding is coming out of the Ag Center. I'm not 100% certain, but we will need to get a purchase order to get those paid.
So Mike, you call for the purchase order again
No,
for
we
the
can
ag?
call our
Oh,
office,
Joe's up
have
there?
Darby get in touch with our office with the information and we
Okay.
can.
Yeah, it's basically gonna be the Triple B services, and they did supply the correct
Well,
insurance.
We can provide you with the form that needs to be the detail. We'll work that out
Yeah.
administratively.
Okay.
Just have a call tomorrow.
No problem. I didn't know if that had to come back for approval, so I. Thank you.
All right. Update on health unit repairs.
So the scope of work was completed. I sent it out to some associated contractors, just waiting on them to come back with some pricing so we can move forward.
The deadline to come back in.
I gave them 30 days. But I did put, we would accept it if it was prior to that, no.
And you expect the threshold to be for just only 3 quotes, right? Not.
Yep.
Okay, now, update on courthouse renovation project.
So with the sewer infrastructure portion of it, or the revitalization of our sewer, we did run into a little snag. It was reported a couple days ago that the compaction test has to be redone. It's possible that that's what the phone call was earlier. I don't know, before we pour the cement. When we were going to do the other portion in the clerk of court's office, there would have been substantial changes because of walls in the ground and cutting holes in floors. We didn't know the exact associated cost, but it'd be quite substantial. So we moved that portion to extend out from the clerk's office going towards the road to repair some more piping. And once we dug it up, it appeared to be a lot of terracotta old piping, so we replaced it. And it is all brand new PVC coming out from the adjoining wall going towards the highway, with the exception of about 30 foot where the down drop is going into the sewer system. So we're moving along pretty good with that. I saw today they were backfilling some of it on the top sides. We're moving along with that portion of it.
Was there any update on the RCIP side?
I'm in the presently dealing with South Central Plan Development to create a contract, with Bell Butler Design, and once that contract is designed, I'll probably have it for the jury approval next 2 weeks, and that'll be for architectural work, and we'll start moving along with the project. But I'm dealing with South Central Plan Development that right now, with trying to create a contract for Mr. Calabro to look at. So it's moving along, but it's dragging. Once we get through this contractual agreement and we get Bell Butler Design and that'll start, it's gonna move a lot quicker.
All right, any questions on courthouse? Next item is request approval of proposal for phase 2 design services of Bayou St. Vincent project pending the cost analysis. So, I put this on the agenda pending cost analysis, but we did receive word today and I asked, Katie to get a copy of everyone. So the, ELOS is the administrator for this project. They reviewed the proposal and sent by email today that the proposal met the requirements set forth under LWI and HUD. I don't know, Kim, do you want to still have Melissa review what they said? Or, okay, no, if you're good with what they said, then.
Yeah,
we
I
can move
will,
forward.
she'll take a review of it, but, I'm pretty confident in, Lacey's information that she provides to us, but we'll take a final review. just, approve the proposal pending, you know,
Motion approved.
Motion approved by
Yeah,
Mr. Diaz,
get our final
Second.
eyes on.
second by Mr. Nakam. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And authorize the president to sign with that motion.
Motion carries. Request approval of subdivision of one lot into 11 on Highway 70 Spur in Ward 1.
That's the left side.
It is just a simple subdivision property, just coming out because, ordinance requires that if it's more than 4 lots be subdivided at the same time.
That is along a highway, so they got all the services.
Yeah, they have everything already.
They got all, yep, got all the services.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Mr. Nakam. Second by Mr. Bro. All in favor? Opposed?
We get a lot of
Motion
development
carried.
out of that. Thank
Motion
you.
adjourned.
Motion adjourned by
A lot of
Mr.
development.
Diaz. Second by Mr. Bro. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
All right, 8 minutes.
That's pretty good time.
Oh.
Not too bad.
I recall the regular meeting of such bad pleasure, meeting order, record reflect all members of present except Mr. Diaz. We start with a prayer. God who teaches us by sending the light of the Holy Spirit into our hearts, grant that by the light of that Spirit, right judgment may be ours, and that we may ever find joy in his guidance. Amen.
Self-pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. We accept any corrections and approval of minutes for the February 25th, 2026 regular meeting. Motion? Motion from Mr. Mathern, second by Mr. Alcon, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Yes, sir.
In the ethics meeting at the convention, the young lady that was given the meeting, she mentioned of something being on the agenda to where, if there's anything pertaining to the agenda that we, if any jury member, board member, commission member, if they had any business that was pertaining to the agenda, that it would be some language, that we would opt out to any items. And it was to protect, whether there was any business or any items pertaining to business from a representative of any board, any commission. I don't know if that's
So we
something we
just
want
don't
to add.
vote on it. We just don't vote.
Only abstain from.
We abstain from it.
All right, I'm
It might be some kind of change to public
I
meetings
just can't
law.
remember the exact
Yeah.
language, how she stated it. But we can move on.
Yeah, we just don't even vote on it.
All right, public comment period. First call, second call, last call. Record reflect no public comments. Drainage Committee report, Chairman Fonville.
Yes, sir. The Drainage Committee meeting was held this afternoon. All members were present. We had 2 items on the agenda. First item, we approved to accept the low bid of the Monterey area drainage improvements of Sage Construction. And we approved to sweep the outfall canal of Clydesville. Present this both in form of motion.
Motion by the chair, second by Mr. Bro, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Personnel, Mr. Diaz.
Personnel
Mr.
Committee
Carter
met,
gonna take it?
all members present. First, we approved for additional 1 week of FMLA leave for custodian for 2026. Second, we discussed the public work employee recommendation by the parish manager. We approved his recommendations based on reconstruction of his department. Then we had, we also approved for Justin to interview and hire some contract drivers for, spraying mosquitoes. I present all this in the form of motion.
On the motion by Mr. Carter.
Second.
Second by Mr. Alcon, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Road and Bridge, Chairman Alcon.
Road and Bridge met this afternoon. All members were present. 5 items on the agenda. Number 1, we received an update on our 2025 road overlay program from Mr. Savoy. We also approved the application of quantity and placement for speed bumps for Phillips Street in Ward 8, Leone Street between Highway 70 and Lee Drive in Ward 8, Cypress Street in Ward 9, and Claiborne Street in Ward 9. I give you all those items in the form of a motion.
Motion by the chair,
Second.
second by Mr. Carter, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Finance Committee report, all members are present. First item is press approval to pay list of bills submitted through March 5th, 2026. No action on request approval to pay Delta Salt Water compensation. We'll get more information exactly what they do for Sumter Parish. Third item, discuss rental rates community center from the Point Bell Volunteer Fire Department agreed to charge the previous rate because of a booking. Request approval for OSEP director and assistant to attend LEPA convention and Jeff Narcan, May 4th through the 7th. And Lake Charles, funded through the Special Industry Force, Fund, I should say. Request approval for the president to sign the CA between Assumption Parish of Assumption, Thibodeau Regional Health System. Request approval of the president sign a renewal CEA between us and the Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs. Request approval for the president to sign a new national opioid settlement opt-in agreement. We table number 8, 9, requesting approval for the president to sign a pro supplement agreement between the Department of Transportation Development and the police jury for the increase for the funding of the Council of Aging. And we have discussed the option of sheriff opening up the parish facility, and it has our 100% support. And they had a motion. What else add to that?
To authorize Brian to proceed with the control room repairs.
All right.
Investigation.
He got it.
Okay.
A motion.
Motion to accept your report, Mr.
Motion by
Chairman.
Mr. Jazz, second by Mr. Rowe, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Solid Waste, Chairman Palmville.
Yes, sir. Solid Waste Committee meeting was held this afternoon. All members were present. We discussed a renewal contract with the Boudreaux. They agreed to go with, instead of 4 yards, 6 yards. Tank between the trucks, and also we requested a ROP on the bulk pickup on the out of spec piles.
Probably we'll have to spend for 30 yards. Up a bid,
Yeah.
30-yard truck.
Yeah.
That's your motion?
Yeah.
Motion.
Second.
Yep. Motion
When
by
do
the
you
chair,
want
second
to
by
do
Mr.
this?
Carter.
Before we vote on it, I'd like to go over the contract again and the rest of y'all. There's some things that was left out of the contract last time, like chunks of concrete and things like that. I would like to include that in the contract. If someone busts up a small sidewalk and they put it at the road, I think they should pick it up. So if y'all wanna overlook the contract again and
We should have said somebody else here. They could
I don't think
explain
we never
for
did
the
that, pick
reason.
up concrete, huh? We don't pick up concrete, what else we don't pick up, fence,
Stuff like that.
tires?
Tires, yeah.
But that's because the landfill don't take tires.
Right.
That's right. So,
I'd like to table this and look at our current contract and
Why don't you approve it pending to see if that can be amended to the contract? Approve what you got and see if it could be amended to add concrete or, just to see.
Mike, what are your thoughts on?
I kind of feel like we're in a position now where you spoke to him already. He
Yeah.
provided us with his details. You all approved it in committee. I have no issue, having a sidebar discussion, seeing if he can amend it further relative to some additional items. But as far as tabling, I don't think I have a recommendation one way or another. I'll defer to the jury how they want to respond.
So,
I'll go to make a motion to
to
approve.
approve and have us, see if we can, later get them to agree to pick up concrete. I'll second your motion, man.
there's a motion made and second to accept the report by
Did you
Mr.
make a
Palmville.
No, I didn't make the motion.
No,
I made the motion.
you made the motion. All in favor? Opposed?
Are there particular items, Mr. Fonville, that you want me to include?
There were certain things with concrete and there were some, like
Can you
fence
look it
posts.
over and
Yeah,
just send me,
I'll get it.
and when I send him the amendment, I'll include that on my email and I'll CC you on it.
I mean, they're
and-
not gonna do it now if we approve it. They don't even think.
They seem like they're, well, let's see how they respond.
Let's see how they respond.
If you don't want me to waste my time, I won't, that's fine.
I don't want you to waste your time.
Okay.
Engineering Grants Committee, Chairman Blanchard.
Engineering Grants Committee met today at 5:26. All members were present. We had an update from GIS Engineering. They had an update for the Belrose Lane Drainage Project, Platteville Drainage Project, Himalaya Drainage Project, Joe Lamore Street Drainage Project, the Labrador Drainage Improvements Project, Constant Canal Drainage Improvements, along with Bayou St. Vincent Drainage Improvements. There were no action items that came out of their update. We had an update from DDG regarding them moving forward with the design of some pumping stations in Pierreport. There was a meeting held earlier today that Mr. Ponville attended along with the parish manager to review their and Mr. Mathern to, review their path forward. We had an update from Infinity Engineering on the sewer plant project. They're currently working in the Grizzaffe Street area and, will be mobilizing the Violet Street, and they represent to us that they're about 3 weeks ahead of schedule on their project. We had an update from the Special Programs Director. She received the Davis-Bacon compliant proposal from GIS for the Myray drainage improvements. She will be reviewing that to bring to the jury. She also advised that Highway 662 sidewalks as part of the LaTappe project was awarded by the state. 2 other projects, Highway 1003 and Dag Street, were not awarded at this time. And she also advises for the litter enforcement cameras from the Lieutenant Governor's office. They're wanting us to find a local sponsor that would work on a reimbursement basis for that project. We did not have an update from South Central Planning Development Commission. We did discuss the potential of hiring an in-house grants administrator, and we'll take that up at the next meeting. We had an update on the Ag Center roof project. The contractor that was approved for the lights and the HVAC will be receiving their PO to begin their work, and a water line leak that was discovered there will be repaired by the contractor soon. On the health unit update, the scope is currently out right now for contractors to provide pricing, and once we receive 3 quotes, then we can move forward. We had an update on the courthouse renovations project. We approved the proposal for Phase 2 design services for Bayou St. Vincent project. After we received update from the grant administrator that the cost analysis is acceptable, and we also authorized the president to sign that proposal. And we approved the subdivision of 1 lot into 11 on Highway Spur 70 in Ward 1. Mr. President, I present this to you in the form of a motion.
Motion by the chair,
Second.
second by Mr. Burrow, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Next item, updated discussion relative to parking and use tax within the recreational vehicle park.
Yes, I just put this back on the agenda. Y'all did have some discussion about it at the last meeting, and I think there was some different discussions, and the revised statute was pulled and provided to you all for your review and further consideration, if that is your decision.
So we do decide, it has to go to the board.
It has to go to the voters, correct, and it cannot exceed $4.90 per space.
Right. So I want to do that just in the fall election. It's too late. Or y'all want?
Only Janelle should be able to get that ready.
No, it's not too late. We are trying right now, the ones for the rededication of those other 2 propositions, they're shooting for the November election. So, if that is your intent.
That's included in one of the bigger elections, that way it don't cost us as much.
But I'd like the jury to consider not going to the maximum of the $4.90 and doing it at 2% rate, similar to other parishes around
What is it, Leroy, 2% of what?
the nightly fee.
The nightly? And that stays much below that. I don't know what the nightly.
Yeah, the nightly fee would have to be $245 to reach
Oh, Lord.
$4.90.
The 2%.
So I think we would probably have to rate it, worded such that it's 2% not to exceed $4.90 per day.
You know how much it costs, just say, well,
What's the average cost? Yeah.
So what's the average cost for me to go park my RV, you know? I don't know.
I don't know. It's just the ones that I talked to. They said if they would be more than the 2%, they couldn't fill up because they would go to the other parishes.
We don't wanna stop them coming.
Right.
We don't wanna
All
stop.
right, I make a motion to approve what Leroy recommended for the 2%.
And the other thing that we need to look at is, it says that the proceeds of the tax are put into the general fund of the parish. I don't know, do we want to look at allocating those funds specifically in the general fund, or? I mean, right now, we really don't know, I think we have 3 parks in the parish that would be subject to this.
Put it to our recreation funds.
I don't, well, that comes out of the general fund
Yeah.
anyway, but
Put it back to
I just didn't know if we wanted to put that to the voters to limit what it could be spent on, or do we want to just leave it as general fund? Just a thought. I
I
think
would
that
think
the
leave it.
intent should be to promote use of the RV parks and to bring more tourism and stuff to our area. You know, this may be an opportunity that we can have a dedicated funding source for, you know, the Chamber of Commerce.
But if we put it in the general fund, we can use it any way, we still can allocate money out of that to the Chamber of Commerce, right?
No doubt, it might
Just
be,
when
it
you want
might,
the views
it might
there.
entice a few voters to vote a different way if they knew exactly what it was gonna be spent for than just saying the general fund. That's the only thing.
At the end of the day, is how we promote it and sell it to the voters, so we can get buy-in and it hopefully can pass and help. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. How we get the message to the voters on what we're asking for an additional tax for.
Will that include like bed breakfast and VRBOs or just,
Not, this
No.
this is only for recreational
Recreational
vehicles.
Recreation.
So can we word it as general fund and Chamber of Commerce? That's the only 2 things we use for?
I'd maybe suggest that we just have a public hearing on this at the next meeting and invite the public to come and tell us what they'd like to
All right.
have
Yeah,
on
let's
it.
do it that way.
That's a good idea.
That's not bad.
All right,
That's not bad.
all right.
I'll make a motion that we, hold a public hearing at our next regular meeting, prior to the next regular meeting,
Second that motion.
to hear public comment regarding the recreational vehicle.
Motion made to hold a public hearing regarding, recreational vehicle park tax. Motion made by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Pineville, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. God bless you.
God bless you.
That was a cough,
No, that was.
but thank you.
Request approval of proclamation declaring April 2026 Fair Housing Month.
This is a normal proclamation we approve every year.
All right, moved by Mr. Carter, second by Mr. Patterson, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Request approval to adopt a resolution ordering and calling special elections to be held in Consolidated Fire Protection District and Assumption Parish Road Lighting District, number 1, to authorize the renewal of special taxes there and make an application to the State Mine Commission and providing for other matters in connection therewith.
This is their renewals.
Yeah, motion by Mr. Bros, second by Mr. Mathern, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Request approval to accept low bid submitted for the demolition, removal, and disposal of the derelict structure located at 151 Highway 1003 Bell Road, Martell Johnson, an amount of $3,700.
And obviously, this is gonna be pending all insurance requirements.
That's your, Leroy?
That's
That's
me.
Chris.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Carter, second by Mr. Alpine, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. She occupational license for Old Soul Vintage, Gary's Best Jamaican Style, American Bags and Covers, Stash Calf, S&S Donuts, Performance Energy Service, Up the Bayou Nutrition, and My Bill Sweet and Eats.
Just
I
to let
thought
you know,
SNS already had their last meeting,
Who's that?
2 meetings before, SNS Donut Shop.
they
Yeah.
didn't go get it.
They didn't do what,
They
man?
didn't go get the license.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
And it's been months, so.
Okay.
Since our last meeting not our last meeting, but the meeting on the 19th, when we talked about financial things, the public has been calling and a lot of people have said, I wasn't aware, I want to be legal. Thus, you see
Good.
the
That's
influx
good.
of licenses.
Perfect.
Yes.
Moved by Mr. Bro,
Second.
second by Mr. Patter, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Approval. Request approval for the following temporary liquor license, Terry Thibodeau, 122 Barrett Lane, Platteville, Louisiana, doing business as True as Xanadu. Moved by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Bro, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any other business?
Mr. President, before we leave on, I'd like to send or the Secretary of Treasury send a letter to the Public Service Commissioner and to South Coast Gas requesting them to be at our next meeting. We had an outage on yesterday and within first 30 minutes, we had generators, running out of natural gas once again. And Martin and I spoke to South Coast Gas on Monday.
Yeah.
On Monday. And we're hearing the same story we heard 3 years ago. So we'd like to get this Public Service Commissioner here along with South Coast Gas. We need something.
Who's our
needs to get done.
representative on the commission?
Cozen.
Something else I would like to add, and also it affects the generators, but it also drastically affects our drainage pumps in those areas, because they are natural gas engines and they do not run. And if we lose electricity and we lose natural gas, we have nothing. So
Like
it's
I said,
very
we've been
important.
hearing the same story that there's a plan where there's not a plan.
Can the
3
Public
years now.
Service Commission enforce them to do something?
They either need to fix our infrastructure or they need to get rid of it, one of the two.
Motion by Mr. Fonville to
Send it up.
I've made a motion to deviate.
yeah, that's true. Motion DV by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Fonville, all in favor? Opposed? There's motion by Mr. Fonville to request the presence of, Public Service Commissioner and South Coast Gas, hopefully at our next meeting.
Yes.
And, for issues with,
Yeah,
gas
but-
pressure in the Fairport community. Any public comment on that? Being none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Jimmy.
I did.
Do you have a copy of what was requested from the Public Service Commission for their rate increase?
No, I don't.
Can you see if we can get that before next meeting, included in our pack?
Motion adjourned by Mr. Alcott, second by Mr. Carter, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Deal, guys.